Next Monday night starts off with a pre-recorded video from The Rock. He stands side by side with Shad Khan. They stare for about 2 seconds, and then they're both joined by the Young Bucks, Nick Khan, and a bunch of TKO board members. The Rock takes center and says he is happy to announce that the parent company, TKO, has bought the promotion known as AEW. So TKO now owns the UFC, the WWE, and now AEW. With frequent NXT and NXT pay-per-views, and as well as WWE now buying AAA, the only promotion left is New Japan, who just so happens to have a pay-per-view with AEW called Forbidden Door. Shad Khan walks up and says he's happy we put this whole wrestling war business behind them, and we can all do business now as a family. Him and The Rock turns towards each other, and like two mafia bosses joining forces, they shake hands and then a hug. The Rock says he's happy to announce the new collaboration promotion known as the Aligned Wrestling Federation. The first actual wrestling match is announced. It will be Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, and a 3 commentary man booth with Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and for one night only to call the first and last match, Jim Ross. Both wrestlers make their way to the ring. First is AJ Styles with his phenomenal music and all, and then there's Cody Rhodes, who for this night even uses his Cody Vader. They both get in the ring, stare each other down, and off mic you can hear AJ Styles say, "What's going on?" Cody says, "I don't know," and the commentary is wondering the same thing, whereas Jim Ross is just silent. Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole are just talking about what's going on with the company in general, as Michael Cole says, "Well, what's going on with the company is everyone's now under a big umbrella." Then you hear Jim Ross, who hasn't said anything for the night. He just says, "What's going on is what should have happened years ago." Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole just turn and looks. Jim Ross looks back and says, "What? I'm just good old JR, right? By God Almighty." The match continues as these two guys pretty much have a 4-star match. We get to the ending of the match, and these two are in a grappling position. AJ tries to do the classic workaround into a Styles clash, but right before he can scoop the leg, Cody works his way to a turnbuckle, runs up it to reverse it into a crossroads, and hits it. 1, 2, 3. Cody wins, and AJ just smiles. Go find Triple H. Cody runs to the back as fast as he can as the camera follows him. He runs not to Triple H, but to Stephanie McMahon. And Cody asks, "Where's Trips?" And Stephanie says he's in a very important meeting with Dwayne and Shad Khan. Cody turns to walk off, but Stephanie calls his name, and she says, "Wrestling has more than one royal family." She winks at him and walks off. As Cody is about to respond, a hand hits his shoulder, and it's his brother, Dusty Rhodes, who nods his head and smiles and says, "Long time no see, little bro." The rest of the show is basically a Monday Night Raw with features from the Judgment Day and stuff as usual. But the main event is about to begin, and as we all find out, it's Cody versus Dustin, Rhodes versus Rhodes, brother versus brother. Now these two, they have a pretty good match, but we all know the juice comes in the final third. Cody sets up for a crossroads from his brother, when all of a sudden he eats a super kick from Matt Jackson. The Bucks rush in and get the jump on the Rhodes brothers. They end up standing tall in the end. we see The Rock and Shad Khan on the Tron. The Rock says, "Take it easy, gentlemen. You'll have your pound of flesh." Shad Khan jumps in and says, "You'll have it on Wednesday, on Dynamite. It'll be brothers versus brothers. The Bucks versus the Rhodes." As Raw goes off air. Wednesday night comes and the place is sold out. The crowds are ready and raging. The opening match is a tag team match, but the closing match, made not by Tony Khan, but by Shad Khan, is Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW title. We get the opener as Cody Rhodes comes down and he's hyped for the match. He gets to tag with his brother once again. And Cody just waits in the ring, but the Titantron starts. Not with music, but with backstage footage. Goldust has been taken out by unknown assailants, and now cannot be medically cleared for the match. So now, Cody Rhodes is in the ring, alone. The Bucks appear on the Tron, fully dressed in suits, with white drinks, and they're sitting in what looks like to be a large mansion. The crowd boos, and Cody says, "I always knew you two were cowards." The Bucks just laugh and say they were above his pay grade. But we do have someone who, let's just say, wants to knock off a little ring rust. In comes Adam Cole, baby. Adam enters the ring and Cody looks surprised, and the match is about to start. As soon as the bell rings, two people in black hoodies rush the ring and attack Cody Rhodes. Adam Cole just watches and looks confused. They reveal themselves as the Bucks. You see, the video on the Tron, it was pre-recorded. They give Cody Rhodes a vicious beatdown and then set him up for an EVP trigger. And that's when Adam Cole hits Matt Jackson and helps Cody Rhodes in his fight. Cody recovers and they stand tall as the Bucks run away. Adam Cole turns to Cody Rhodes and they just shake hands. Now we know where Adam Cole stands. The show goes on pretty much normal till we get to the main event. Swerve Strickland versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World title. And we pretty much get the match we had at Dynasty, but only this time we have a different finish. It's the final third and these two are going at it. Moxley's busted open, bleeding as he always does. Swerve is drenched in sweat and needs to lock up in a grapple, like two bulls just ramming together with hatred. Mox pushes Swerve into the referee, and the referee fumbles back. He turns around and tries to catch the top rope for balance, but when he does, Claudio smacks him in the head with the chair. Swerve looks at Claudio and is about to rush him, but once he turns around, Mox hit him from behind, and Mox and Claudio start to beat up Swerve. They beat him to a pulp until someone's music hits. Guess who it is? Cowboy shit, Hangman Page. Now it's a 2-on-2 brawl, and they go at it for a while. But from out of nowhere, we see Christian, Nick Wayne, and a new referee run down as Christian is about to cash in his money in the bank. He's about to put in his contract. Christian joins the brawl, and it is now a triple threat match. Nick Wayne gets into a verbal match with Swerve as the referees are trying to separate them. Mama Wayne comes from the crowd on the other side of the ring, gets in the ring right behind Mox, and gives him a low blow. Swerve and the referee tries to get back in the ring, and as soon as Swerve tries to get on the apron, Nick Wayne pulls his leg and the referee doesn't see it. Swerve hits his head and Christian gets a roll-up victory. 1, 2, 3. Christian now wins the title. Daddy's on top now. Kids do not need to run the company. Fathers do. Christian runs up the ramp is he's now joined by Shad Khan. Shad and Christian shake hands, as Christian is now a member of the Aligned Wrestling Federation, and Dynamite goes off air. Friday Night SmackDown starts, and CM Punk comes out, and he is pissed. He grabs his mic and signals for them to cut his music. He taps the mic 3 times and says, "I'm sick of this bald-head bitch Dwayne. Who the hell does he think he is to show up out of nowhere, change his shit, and then run back to Hollywood to make another flop-ass, trash-ass movie that doesn't even do well in theaters and barely makes streams? Newsflash, Rocky. The Scorpion King has been dethroned by the best in the world, you asshole. Hell, I'll even say that the King of Kings does a better job than you." He's about to continue, but then Seth Rollins' music hits, and he comes down with his signature laugh and says, "CM Punk, you always cry like a spoiled child. When will you realize this is business? When will you and CM Punk cut him off? Will you just shut the hell up? Have you been paying attention? Can't you see this is bigger than me and you?" Seth Rollins takes off his glasses and he's serious. He just says, "I know," and drops his mic. They get in each other's faces, and then The Rock appears on the Titantron, calling out to them. He tells Seth that they may have their differences, but right now, I've got to deal with a little cockroach named CM Punk. But Seth, I've made a deal with someone very close to you, and I think it'd be beneficial to us both. And then Becky Lynch, holding her daughter, walks into the frame. The Rock says, "Come to us, Seth. Let's talk like a family." Seth exits the ring and walks to his wife and child. CM Punk is in the ring with his back turned toward the announcer's desk when he's jumped by R-Truth, holding a chair from under the ring, and he beats Punk relentlessly. He beats him and beats him till the chair goes limp, and then he grabs another, and he beats him and beats him till he goes to about 3 or 4 separate chairs. And when he's done, he pulls out a cigarette, lights it, and then blows smoke on CM Punk and says, "So much for straight edge." R-Truth walks off and looks at the medic laughing, turning to Punk. The rest of the night is pretty normal, with commentary periodically checking in on Punk, and seeing as he's not medically cleared, lines are being drawn. Next, we see AJ Styles in the locker room getting ready for what was supposed to be a match with CM Punk. But someone else walks in, Kazuchika Okada. AJ looks and chuckles. Well, long time no see. Okada, he just looks and he's serious. All he says is, "I've come for business." Then the Young Bucks walk in. AJ says, "Look, whatever you guys got planned, leave me out of it." And he tries to walk past, but Matt Jackson puts his foot out in front and says, "Either you're with us or against us." AJ says, "Well, if you don't get out of my way, it'll be clear where I am." Okada and the Young Bucks look at him, and they chuckle, and then they walk off. And then Finn Balor comes into shot. AJ looks and says, "Hey, Prince." Finn says, "You alright?" AJ says, "Yeah, I'm alright." Finn looks at him and says, "Yeah, don't worry. I've made some calls. Just in case, you've got backup as well." It's the main event, and AJ Styles makes his entrance. Everything's all flashy and stuff and phenomenal. Then Okada makes his long-awaited entrance, and we hear that infamous corner drop. Okada's music starts, and he comes out. He makes it halfway down the ramp, when the Young Bucks rushing in behind AJ and attacks him. The Bucks said it themselves, these other guys are below their pay grade. So now it's 3-on-1. Cody Rhodes tries to run out and make a save, but the numbers game, it's still 3-on-2. It's starting to look bad, and the Bucks are starting to get the upper hand, but then Finn Balor music hits. But it's not just him. Adam Cole, baby, runs out as well. Now we have 3-on-4, and the good guys get the upper hand. As we see on SmackDown, AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, Adam Cole, and Finn Balor standing tall in the middle of the ring. And they all hold up a 2-sweep. The Tron hits, and The Rock comes. He says, well, it seems like we have a little rebellion on our hands. Those who don't stand with the family shall fall. This is war, gentlemen, and we shall win.